President Yossi of Hyaenia found himself ensnared in a complex web of decisions after receiving Guerrillists' note demanding surrender and the transfer of power to Jus. Faced with the impossibility of war and the unpalatable prospect of submitting to a notorious criminal, Yossi grappled with the weight of his choices. A meeting with senior officials further exposed the deep divisions within the leadership. Opposition to handing power to Jus was voiced, while some officials remained silent, and others surprisingly supported the criminal's ascent to power. The internal strife left Yossi infuriated and frustrated, prompting him to seek alternative solutions. However, the silent dissenters offered no viable alternatives. And the looming threat of war and devastation akin to Birais haunted the minds of the Hyanian people. As days passed and the weight of the nation's fate bore down on Yossi, the toll on his well-being became evident. His hair turned white, and the burden aged him decades. The visible toll sparked surprise and sympathy among those around him, understanding the heavy responsibility he carried. In the end, Yossi made the painful decision to hand over power to Jus and surrender to the Guerrillists. Hyaenia, once an independent nation, would now become a vassal state under Guerrillist rule. The announcement of Yossi's decision sent shockwaves through Hyaenia, with citizens reeling from the abrupt shift in their nation's destiny. The streets buzzed with whispered conversations, as rumors spread like wildfire, fueling anxiety and uncertainty. In the corridors of power, Yossi faced backlash from both within and outside his administration. Critics accused him of capitulating to tyranny and betraying the ideals of Hyania's sovereignty. Protests erupted across the nation, with citizens taking to the streets to denounce Yossi's decision and demand accountability from their leaders. Amidst the chaos, Yossi found himself isolated and alone, grappling with the weight of his choices and the consequences they had wrought. The once respected leader now faced scorn and condemnation, his legacy tarnished by the stain of surrender. As Hyaenia braced itself for the inevitable transition to guerrillist rule, Yossi's thoughts turned to the future of his nation and its people. Despite the dark cloud that loomed over Hyaenia, Yossi remained determined to safeguard the welfare of his citizens and preserve the spirit of resistance that had defined their nation for generations. In the days leading up to the transfer of power, Yossi worked tirelessly to negotiate terms with the guerrillist regime, seeking to mitigate the impact of their rule on Hyania's people. Though his efforts yielded some concessions, the reality of life under guerrillist control loomed large, casting a shadow of uncertainty over the nation's future. As the day of surrender drew near, Yossi addressed the nation in a somber speech, acknowledging the pain and disappointment felt by its citizens. He spoke of resilience and unity, urging Hyanians to remain steadfast in the face of adversity and to hold on to hope for a brighter tomorrow. With a heavy heart and a sense of duty, Yossi stepped down from power, handing over the reins of leadership to Jus and signaling the end of an era for Hyaenia. As the sun set on the nation's independence, a new chapter began, fraught with challenges and uncertainty, yet imbued with the enduring spirit of its people.